Sports is next year on JoyNews today. Oreku is on standby with details. Oreku, take it away.
Thank you, Ernest. And up next in sports, we start off from some local stories where the Social Security and National Insurance Trust is threatening to take legal action against the Ghana Football Association after being shocked by the latest revelation made by the local football governing body. Now, 3 days ago, the GFA presented the data that is directly involved in the employment of over 70,000 Ghanaians that feed into the socio-economic architecture of the country. Now, according to the GFA, its competitions employ a total of 70,672 players, given the breakdown as 1,000 players playing in the Premier League, the Division 1 having 2,353 players, and then the second and third division having 43,700 players. The Women's Premier League has 600, and then the Juvenile League has 23,000. The numbers have left SSNIT shocked, according to the National Coordinator of the SSNIT player registration, and they are asking that the GFA produce their SSNIT numbers, else they should be ready for a legal battle. Now, he was quoted saying that we have written to the GFA to demand the data of all the Premier League clubs, but there was no response. We are happy they have released the data themselves. Hence, we'll go there with their own data to give us details for us to register them. We have registered only 15 out of the 18 Premier League clubs. We planned on going to the Division 1 clubs afterwards. And after the GFA released their data of employing over 70,000 workers, we were stunned by the numbers, hence suggesting they produce their own SSNIT numbers. He went on to add that we had earlier taken legal action against Ashanti Gold, which was later settled out of court. It's constant we will take legal actions against the GFA if they do not heed to our advice. Now, that was from the coordinator, the national coordinator of the SSNIT player registration. And Elisa, very interesting times, but we'll be bringing you the development of that story and how what happened between these two parties. But before we do go, there's a crunch tie today, and that is match week 31 of the Premier League. And it concludes with a big battle between Chelsea and Manchester City at the Stamford Bridge tonight. Now, both sides go into the blockbuster with a 100% win record since the lockdown, with Chelsea beating Aston Villa on Sunday and Man City winning 2 from 2 so far. Let's take a look at the vital statistics ahead of the Premier League clash.
How the wave is propagated and moves across that diagram. And the S waves, we see that the motion is up and down or transverse the direction of the motion of the wave. So P waves over here on the left-hand side, here's how P waves move, and over here is how the S waves move. We could also look at this. You can see that as the wave moves from the left to the right, it's moving by pushing. And we can see that although the material moves slightly, the wave propagates or moves from one end all the way across to the other, and there's just a little bit of motion in the material, where the S wave, on the other hand, gives us something a little bit more of a up and down.
Well, Liverpool's 4-0 win against Crystal Palace yesterday, what that means is that if Man City failed to win tonight, Liverpool would be crowned champions in the Premier League for the first time since 1990. Interesting times ahead of tonight's matches. But that wraps it up for the sports segment with me, Oreku Wampofo. Back to you, Ernest.
And the Liverpool fans must be very excited about this, if indeed it goes that way. Thank you very much, Oreku. I know you've got some more sports later at 2 p.m. and it's now time for World News.